Hi, Nancy and Laurie. So I understand you're about to search for some treasure in the Temple Mount. Is that right?
This was taken from the Temple Mount area.
Okay.
And we're going to sift it looking for artifacts.
All right. Well, let's watch what you do.
We're going to get rid of the mud and find some treasures.
Okay, so we're dumping it on here first. And we're going to spread it out.
The first thing we have to do is wash out the buckets so we don't lose any artifacts. Teamwork.
Let Nancy do it too.
So for all our gems, and this looks like a piece of pottery, right?
Yes.
So I'll put that in our pottery bin.
Yeah, I thought there were some nails, but they were just sticks.
And we have to determine which ones of these rocks we keep.
Well, this has some color in it. Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
So that might be a mosaic.
Well, it's not square, but
Yeah.
hand, but it's just their natural way of breaking.
We have a little tiny piece of
So that's
glass.
pottery. This is also metal. Everything with a reddish tint, probably metal.
Okay.
This here, for instance, is a mosaic.
Oh, okay. So there's
See, there's a little bit of mortar around.
Oh, okay.
So that's mosaic. And then something like that would be flint.
Oh, I forgot.
That's with special stones.
Wait, that's our glass one.
Okay. Here, you see, this is flint. It's kind of creamy looking.
oh,
Okay.
And you have it in different colors, from yellow to blue.
This is modern glass here. Is that
Yeah.
modern glass?
It looks like it, because the ancient glass has little bubbles in it. It's not as clear. But we collect glass, we collect both modern and non-modern, just like little metal, for statistics.
Wow.
It's not
That is a
properly
bone.
washed, but first of all, it's really light.
Yeah.
And then you see all the holes inside?
yeah, like the bone marrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Glass pieces. We found some in each category. Found a lot of pottery.
Oh, yeah. You can see down in here the other pottery that's been found today.
Okay, what's this? Bones. We hate to give up our
that's
good bone, our
that's
best find.
That's the best bone of the day. Look at
And there's
that.
another little bone, so.
All right.
Okay, now we come around here. We have metal.
Yes.
Bob was good at finding metal. We have several pieces here.
Oh, yeah. Very interesting.
Okay.
Special stones.
Which
Special
ones are they? The
stones.
flint? Is that the flint?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay, so let's put the flint in there. A lot of little ones.
Oh, wow. Look at
The
this.
fingernails are good for something.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
yeah.
a special stone. My
It is.
goodness, look at that.
And our last category is mosaics.
All right.
Okay, we really want to do another bucket.
Yes.
And you know what it is? It's like old-time video games where you just can't stop searching to see if you're going to get some gem.
All right. Well, let's go over here to the buckets and let's see
Okay.
which one you're going to pick.
The best bucket.
All right,
We found
Nancy.
something for each category last time, so that's what we want again.
Yeah,
You
we
get
did
the
very
big
well.
one this time.
We got the best bone of the whole day. All
You
right.
want to get one that we can't see what is in it?
Sure.
All right. That's the pick.
Here we go.
Let's see what's in it.
Looks like muddy water, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Big stone.
You guys are enjoying this as well.
We are.
So here is our batch. And there's one very big piece there, Laurie. What's that?
It feels like marble.
Huh.
There's a name on it, Bob.
There is?
Yeah, can you see it? It says, well, it's hard to read, but it says, Yeshua HaMashiach.
That's amazing, Laurie. This is the find of the millennium.
We're going to go down in history.
Well,
This really is like a piece of
Yeah.
marble.
It may not say Yeshua HaMashiach, but it does say history. And this is really actually an interesting, very interesting piece.
Let's wash it off a little and put it in one of our categories. Sorry. Oh.
This is how friends lose friends.
I think you're standing on the wrong side there.
Wow. All right, I'm checking back in with you, Nancy. Now, how's it going?
We are very excited. We found something that she says is special. It's one of the finds of the day.
Oh, wow.
It is a mosaic that is multicolored. It's got our favorite aquas and greens.
Wow.
And we are going to get it to put it on the plate with the finds of the day for the archaeologists to demonstrate to others special things.
All right. Well, in fact, why don't you take it over there and we'll see what else is on that, the finds of the day. All right, so there it goes. Look at that. All of this is found just...
I think ours is the best find. I don't know what most of those
Oh my
things
goodness.
This
Look
is
at
a
that.
good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm sure they all
great.
are, but ours is multi.
Wow.
So that's really a find.
Wow.
Is
This
this
is
a
beautiful.
nail?
Oh, look at that.
Now, we don't know that big piece of flat rock. She didn't say anything about that yet. That might be a big find too.
Beautiful slab of marble. Looks like Turkish marble, imported from Turkey. Hard to tell the period because it's broken from all sides. Our expert might be able to tell that, Frankie Snyder. And if you can please put it on the display table on the show and tell plate, we're going to show it to everybody. Beautiful.
All right.
Wow.
Wow. Well, we've been blessed today.
We
We've
have.
got some great things.
Piece of marble from
Turkish marble.
How was the work? Great. Good. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Although your enjoyment is not our main object here, but it's very good that you enjoyed it. Our main object is to study the past. Yes. So basically, at the end of the day's work, we collect all the things that you've collected. We wash them. The next day they dry. And then when we have the time, we sit over there and we sort the different categories to subcategories. And then further treatment. You need to remember that each thing that you've collected was at a certain point used by somebody. So what we try to find out is who used it, when it was used, and what for. And so we can enhance our knowledge about the past. I remind you, everything is from the Temple Mount. So it's the past of the Temple Mount. So any piece of information is important because it's a very important site and because it was never properly excavated. So everything on this tray is from today, which is a very good day, very fruitful. And can you tell me which material did you find most? What's the most prevalent material? Pottery, that's right. Why is pottery used so? Why is it so prevalent? Ah, that's the bottom line. Pottery is a very cheap material, so it's been used for thousands of years. We still use pottery, although today maybe plastic is cheaper. Another thing about pottery is it breaks easily, and people change their vessels quite rapidly. So the styles also changed rapidly, and today, after about 200 years of archaeology as a science, we can fit the type of pottery with a period. What was a bowl used for? Maybe eating the morning cereal, or the soup, or whatever. That's, okay, so this is about 700 years old. What part of a pot is this? It's a handle. How can you tell? It's round. Okay, you're right. You know what handles look like. So although this is totally broken, you can tell what it is. This is how we work. Patience. This one, this handle looks, I'd say, probably early Islamic. So this is about 1,000 years old, or even 1,300 years old. This black piece is Ottoman. It's called Gaza ware, manufactured in the city of Gaza. Ooh, beautiful. Haven't seen all these. Look at this design. Can you look at where it belongs to? There's not exactly the same, but a similar type of design in the table. Anybody? Okay, this is Mameluke. So this is about 600 years old. Okay, look at this. This is a rim. The rims are the best pieces for archaeology. They're the easiest to identify because rims have distinct shapes and they change from period to period. This one looks Byzantine. So it's 1,500, 1,600 years old. And this looks like a Byzantine or a Roman roof tile. We find some of the roof tiles bearing an X, which is a part of the trademark of the 10th Legion. Titus's 10th Legion. They had a warehouse. It's not far from today's central bus station. And they we find their roof tiles all over Jerusalem and also out of Jerusalem. That's after the destruction of the Second Temple. Here is a base, a very interesting base of oval-shaped, medium-sized container, and this is typical 1st century BCE, meaning this is Second Temple period. Okay, and this piece right here, you see it has kind of thin lines on it. This is called varnishing in archaeology. It's a method used in the time of the First Temple, Iron Age. This one could be 8th century BCE. Wow. If you're looking for a biblical figure from this period, that's around the time of King Hezekiah, Prophet Isaiah. These are the types of vessels that they used. And you see in one morning of work, we found so many things. We actually have almost all the main periods, which is wonderful for you. It's terrible for the archaeology because it means everything's mixed. In a proper archaeological work, you work in one layer, which is usually one period. But, well, we try to make the best out of what we have. Let's have a look at a few more things. You found quite a few bones. The bones are sent to laboratory where the experts can tell by the shape and size of the bone which animal it belonged to. Do we have a doctor in the audience or a veterinary doctor? They could be able to identify. Who? Where? Anybody? You want to have a look at this? Maybe you can tell us. She's a doctor. She's not an anthropologist. She doesn't have to know that. But sometimes doctors are able to identify.
How do you know it's an animal bone and not a human bone?
A scapula, a shoulder. Okay. Can you tell which?
Human?
We hardly have any human. I mean, human remains are so scarce that I'm almost sure any bone would not be human, which is interesting because people died on the Temple Mount, but maybe because it's such a sacred place, they removed them. They do take great trouble to remove them. So far, the majority of bones identified belong to sheep, goats, cows. Why these specific animals? Well, these are kosher animals, and they're even sacrificial animals, which is, well, doesn't surprise us finding them in such enormous amounts on the Temple Mount. Some of the bones, like this one, are totally burnt. Finding a burnt bone coming from the Temple Mount makes us think, why did it burn? Could have been burnt as a sacrifice. What other reasons could be for burnt bones coming from the Temple Mount? Maybe dinner, somebody overcooked, or fire of destruction. At least 2 enormous fires could have been burnt in such an occasion. We're still accumulating enough samples of bones that have carbon in them, because most bones don't have carbon. And when we have a large enough sample and we will have a large enough donor, we're going to send them for carbon dating, because carbon dating is very expensive. Then we can fit the proper period. We can tell if it's from the time of the destruction and which destruction it's from. Metal. You can tell these are not modern nails. They're not industrial. They're not round. And these could be from the Second Temple period. They could be also from almost all the rest of the period until Industrial Revolution. We can't tell for sure because we don't have the proper layer. Maybe, today I don't know about typology of the nails, but maybe sometime somebody will do the typology, and then maybe there will be slight differences between Second Temple period nails and Byzantine and so on. But this could be from the Second Temple period. Special finds, quite a few special finds from today. This is beautiful. Dice, playing dice.
Wow.
This is quite rare. We find one like this every 2 months or something like that. This one looks like it's made of bone. And it's probably Roman, typical Roman playing dice. Okay, the board games are found on the floors of the Roman city. You can find one, well, more than one, under the Damascus Gate, and you can find in the Sisters of Zion convent in the basement floor, and that's very nice. And I told you about a ring. Here's a bronze ring that was found today. Metal objects are sent for cleaning in special tools and chemicals in laboratory.
That's the ring?
This is beautiful. Yeah, that's a ring. Beautiful. It's folded bronze. Okay, found everything from today, only from today. And this is mother of pearl button. In Hebrew, mother of pearl is Dal. It appears in the book of Esther, part of the grandeur of the court of the Persian king, because it was used to make inlays in furniture and sometimes also for all kinds of tiles. And do we have a coin? No, this is modern Israeli. Well, modern. It's 1970s coin. We don't use these anymore. So that's Israeli, but 1970s. And this is a maybe coin. It's a piece of bronze. Coins weren't always round. But this is a maybe because it's not exactly how a square coin should look. And that's beautiful. Maybe we finish with some special stones. Where's the lady that found this one? Right here. Beautiful piece of marble, a slab. But imagine, taking the trouble, going all the way to Turkey, for instance, and, you have to go all the way 2,000 years ago, or 1,500 years ago. Then you need to choose the proper marble after you arrive to the quarry. Then you have to pay for it. Then you have to carve it. And how do you bring it over here from Turkey? How do you do that? Well, by ship. If it's 2,000 years, it's probably bound to go to Caesarea port. And from Caesarea to Jerusalem, it's at least 1 week journey overland. Why take the trouble? Why take the trouble? I mean, aren't there enough stones in Jerusalem? Well, this is a very special stone, maybe to show this is a very special place. But I want to share with you, excuse me, just 1 minute, stay over here. Some of the research work done by Frankie Snyder. She's our marble expert and our tiles expert. And some of the tiles have specific shapes, which he was able to, put in their proper designs. Now you might get the impression that archaeologists are crazy people getting excited from stones. I admit, there is a truth in that. But if I take aside the crazy archaeologists and I look at this, or I look at this floor, and I say to myself, 2,000 years ago, if I wanted to see this, I had to go up there to the Temple Mount. Imagine, who stepped on these floor tiles 2,000 years ago? First of all, it was barefoot. One of them was Jesus. Today, 2,000 years ago, it was high holiday. All the Jewish people gathered. The priests in the robes, the Levites singing and playing the music. They were the musicians of the temple, and all the rest of the people. So, this is one of the things that gets me excited about this work. I want to say thank you very much for you coming and joining our work over here. And have a very good stay in Israel. And
Thank you very much.
Happy holiday. Thank you very much for coming here.